Welcome to Join Our Town. I'm Dolly Velasquez, and with me is Missy Brumley, who is the volunteer coordinator at Crossings Clinic. Did you know that in our city we have a free clinic for those that somehow have fallen through the cracks and do not have insurance? There is an option for them. And Missy, thank you so much. Let me ask you, first of all, are there people without insurance? Is that really a need in our city?
It is absolutely a need in our city. So we have discovered that about 1 in 6 Oklahomans are uninsured medically. That ends up being about 17%. And it doesn't seem like a lot until you look at how many times they're going to the emergency room. The hospitals in Oklahoma City are spending millions of dollars in care for people who are uninsured. Along with that, you also have uninsured children, and about 50% of Oklahomans have dental insurance. And so those are big needs for our population, especially if we want them to be able to go to work and to be able to care for their own families, as they need to be able to have medical care.
So I want to talk a little bit about the Crossings Community Clinic.
Okay.
There is a beautiful church in our city, and I drive by it all the time. It's a big building. You know, the biggest buildings, the most beautiful buildings in our city should be churches. And my heart leaps when I drive across your first campus in Oklahoma City off of Portland. It's huge.
Yes.
And that church has said are going to do a free clinic. So how did this all come about? How long has it been around?
Okay, well, in 2001, church leaders were challenged to get more involved in our community. And that's one of the things I love about Crossings Community Church, is that they're very much into community involvement. It's not just helping the people inside of their church, but helping the community at large as well. And so they decided that, wow, we have a lot of medically gifted people in our congregation. How great would it be, based on the information that we have, to be able to provide a service to the community, and on top of being able to treat them physically, but spiritually and emotionally as well. Because Crossings Community Clinic isn't just about treating your physical pains. It really is showing the love of Jesus through our actions, through the volunteer work, through the doctors, the nurses, and everybody who walks into the building. So through that, in May 2005, they opened for the first time off of May. They moved into a larger facility at the old Walmart off of Hefner. And then in 2015, we partnered with Butterfield and were able to open with a $6 million grant, we were able to open a 19,000 square foot clinic where we are today on Penn. And it is beautiful and is state of the art. And it is fully supported by the church and the community and grants and partnerships. And it really is an amazing place. When you walk in, most people are like, you have an idea of free clinic in your mind. And when you walk in, you're like, wow, this is not just a free clinic. This is a really nice place where you feel welcome and at home and comfortable. From the minute you walk in, someone greets you. They ask if you want someone to pray with you while you're waiting to go see whoever you're going to see. And so it's just a really nice, safe, comfortable atmosphere for people to come into.
Missy, that is fantastic. Because not only do you offer a clinic, as you mentioned, you offer dental, and you also don't you offer eye care?
We offer eye care and also behavioral health as well, so counseling services. Yeah, so
and how can you do that? Is it all volunteers?
It's almost all volunteers. We only have about 8 full-time staff members. Well, not even full-time. Only a few of them are full-time, but it is volunteers, people who have taken it on as their mission, as their calling, as they're giving back to the community. So that really does help keep costs lower. The Butterfield grant really provided for us to be able to pay for lots of things. And then, of course, it's also funded through the church. And then, of course, donations from people in the community. And we do write for grants. We are a nonprofit, so we do write for grants and have been blessed to be able to get a lot of those to be able to keep the community center going.
So volunteers sounds like that's what the name of the game in order to be able to have this free clinic. What kind of volunteers do you need?
We tell people we need any and everybody. So sometimes people hear about the clinic and think, I don't have a medical background. I can't do it. But that's not all that we're looking for. Yes, we are always in desperate need of eye care doctors, of MDs, DOs, nurses, anybody who has a medical background Absolutely, because the more doctors we have volunteering, the more patients that we're able to see, the more new patients we're able to get into the clinic. But beyond that, we also have administrative work. It's checking in patients, it's getting their files collected and together, it's sending information over to the doctors. They're all such important needs. And one of my favorite things are our prayer team leaders. And a lot of times people go, I can't pray with somebody that I've never met, but it's not about that. It really is about just having a conversation about getting to know them, welcoming them, making them feel comfortable, and then just saying, do you have anything that we could pray for you about, or that maybe I could call you later and pray with you over the phone if you don't feel comfortable praying about it right now. And so everybody has a gift, big or little, or if you feel like you know a whole lot or you don't, we absolutely want to have volunteers come in and help them feel plugged in, because it's not even, you get a lot, like you're giving a lot, but you get a lot. You really are walk away every day going, man, not only did I get to bless someone, they blessed me.
So you get a lot in return as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So now, Crossings is a huge church. It's beautiful, and people might think, well, you probably have to attend Crossings, or they probably have enough volunteers. The church is so big. Is there any truth to that?
There is not truth to that. You do not have to attend Crossings to be able to volunteer. We do ask that you do have a relationship with Jesus Christ, just because that is it's our mission statement. It's one of the biggest tenets that we want people to feel like they can go, well, why do you believe? Or that they know someone is truly just showing me Christ's love. It's unconditional. There's no strings attached. It is just us wanting to pour that out because we have received that. And then we always need more volunteers, because again, the more we have, the more we can do.
Mm-hmm. So when you volunteer, is it, what am I signing up for? Is this going to be a full-time commitment that I've retired now and I don't want to work full-time? What does it look like as far as the hours and the commitment?
It is whatever you would like. So we are open Monday through Friday. Our first appointments are at 9 and our last appointments are about 3 or 3:30. And it is as much or as little as you want. We have people who are retired who come once a week. We have people who say, can I please come every day? But then we have people that go, hey, I ended up having some free time in my schedule. Can I come once a month, once a quarter? It is absolutely up to you. There are no obligations. We have the dispensary. So we do provide free medication for our patients until they can get onto a prescription assistance program. And that is the only one that requires you to volunteer once a week, just because it's a lot to learn. It's a very intense computer system, but other than that, it is completely up to you.
So don't scare people off saying that they need to learn. They need to be computer literate. They don't.
They do not have to be computer literate. We very much, you fill out your volunteer application, we sit down, we talk, we take you on a tour, because we want to place you where you feel comfortable, because then you'll want to volunteer. Sure. You'll be excited about volunteering. And so if computers aren't your thing, then that's not where we go. We say, well, maybe this will be better for you. The file room, clinic assistant. So we have those things.
But if you're computer literate, all the better.
All the better.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, you just mentioned prescriptions. My goodness. So you offer the clinic, so the clinic, the dental, the eye, the emotional well-being, and now you're saying also pharmaceutical. Now you don't offer hardcore.
No, absolutely not. We have no narcotics there. It's just basic. A lot of it is diabetes medication, just a few things. And so again, we're not providing long-term medication care, but until they can get onto that prescription assistance program. That's why one of our donation requests tends to be $5 Walmart gift cards, because that allows them to fill that gap between when we first provide them medication and then they get onto that prescription assistance program. But it is a very big thing to be able to walk away and go, I have what I need to get by until I'm able to get everything under
$5
control.
Walmart gift card. Now, you mentioned also, Missy, that the $5 gift card. But what if a person say, you know what, I just really don't have the time. I would rather just give a donation. What are some of the donations? In my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know where I can get diabetes diabetes medicine. But there's some other donations that you need that are very basic.
We absolutely, like with it being cold and flu season, Kleenex, hand sanitizer, something as simple as toothbrushes, toothpaste, just those basic needs that we kind of take for granted every day, that we get up and we get ready and we have all of that. Just some of that for our patients is really meaningful. It's like a gift care package, you know, some lotions
so maybe
and
a little
soaps.
pocket size.
Yes, absolutely.
Hand sanitizer, little pocket size stuff. So you need little things like that as well.
Absolutely.
That would mean the world to the patients as they come in. We have about 2 minutes left, Missy, and I want to make sure that we've covered everything that the public needs to know. Somebody's watching and they're saying, I didn't know there was a free clinic. How can I avail myself of these services? Where are you at and what are the hours?
Okay, so we are located on Penn 10255 North Pennsylvania Avenue. And we are open again Monday through Friday from about 8:30. We open the doors for patients to come in until about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And to qualify for our services, because there are some qualifications, you have to be below poverty level and you cannot have insurance. And so there is some paperwork that they'll have to fill out, and we're in the process of updating our system to be able to get more new patients in, because that tends to be the harder part. As people come in, they can turn into chronic pain management versus acute, and so we want to make sure that we can get them in a timely manner.
By appointment?
By appointment only, yes.
Okay.
So you have to apply, and then it's by appointment only. Everything is by appointment, and there's no walk-ins for our services. We do have on Saturdays, not every Saturday, but occasional Saturdays, we have an extraction clinic for people to come in, and just because it is hard to provide that preventative care dental-wise sometimes, it's kind of ongoing and expensive, but we could provide an extraction clinic just to be able to—
As far as your teeth.
Yes, just to remove that offending tooth that's
Absolutely.
causing you so much pain and infection. Just get rid of that, get some medication to treat it.
That's very dangerous,
And then,
that having that infection in your body. Missy, this is fantastic what Crossings Community Clinic is doing, and thank you for letting the people know not only can we get involved, but services are available for you in our city, in our community, and we just applaud Crossings Community Church for doing this, and we're going to be right back with more of Joy in Our Town.